Yeah, we do really love this system. It's quick, it's easy, there's no wasted paper, it's reuse these over and over again. Hi guys, so I'm in the van, we're loading up, and I want to give you an insight on how to load a van quickly and easily without using brown paper. So let's go over why you should use this technique rather than using brown paper, because that takes an absolute age. It's expensive, it's time consuming, and it's a faff. So try this, I'm going to show you how. Got a whole load to load into the van. Okay, there's probably 100 components, and that would take hundreds of meters of brown paper and brown tape and time and effort, maybe a quarter of a day at least, to wrap it all up. And then it's probably going to take about a quarter of a day to unwrap it and fold the paper back up. So we simply use removal blankets. Okay, so we got a whole ton of stuff here. We got double-sided, which are shelving, and then we've got doors, double-sided, so maybe 50-50 of double-sided painted stuff and single painted stuff. So let's go to the van and show you how we do it. Okay guys, stay tuned right to the end, because I'm going to give you two little tips, okay, that are going to possibly save your day, okay, speed them up even further than what we are doing right now, and possibly save unloading, okay. Stay tuned right to the end, because these two are quite important. Right, so here we go. So what we do is we stack all the big stuff. It's generally sides, isn't it, Sean?
Yeah,
sides and big stuff go first, and we leave doors last, because generally if we've got a huge pack, we don't want to compress the doors. You know, they're the most seen components. Even though nothing's going to happen to them, we don't want to risk half a ton of weight compressing down overnight, because we do need to leave this in the van overnight and yeah, have the van ready for fitting in the morning. Right, so anything single-sided we do first. Yep. Right, so we've got a side here. These are all wardrobe sides. Now what we do first, okay, we sweep out the van. It's unpainted on the first section here. Underneath it's unpainted, so we just put that straight down on the van floor, and then we get a removal blanket. From that point on, we do paint to paint. So from this layer to this layer is paint to paint. That leaves an MDF layer here, which then we can do MDF to MDF. We don't need a sheet in between. And then we get another layer of removal blanket and do paint to paint. And then that will leave us MDF to MDF. So we don't need a blanket there. And then we just continue that with all the single-sided pieces, okay? So what we do is we get, as you can see, there's MDF there, so we don't need a blanket. So this will go straight in. Remember to protect your paint by wearing gloves, okay? And obviously you've got to be a bit more careful when you're doing this technique, because you haven't got any protection over the components. When you are carrying them in the van or when you are loading them on site, okay, that is the only downside, but we've been doing this for a good 10 years, right? And it's worked for us every time. So now we've done that, remember we saved a blanket here, so we didn't need to have anything between the two pieces of MDF. We've simply got our sheet here. We're going to fold it over, okay, like so. But as you're probably looking and you're going, well, you're missing a piece there. Yes, you're right. Okay, so next thing we do is we cut up the removal blanket into 3 sections, okay? So we've got strips like that, albeit this one's torn, but they do cut into strips quite easily, which just means we can just utilize a full sheet to do the majority, and that will fold over 2 or 3 times, as you can see, Sean. That will fold over again for another one, okay? And this one will also do the same, so we will lay that down here. Now we've got that protected. Don't worry about these bits, you know, sheets aren't going to compress enough for paint to paint to touch there, okay? So we don't worry about that. So now we get a painted side down. So now we've got a single-sided component here going in. This is the last one, because we can only get to double-sided components in the spray room next. I've generally helped Sean here, but I'm filming. So now again, it's paint to paint, but just we only need 1 sheet to do this job right now. And it's as simple as that, okay? So now, I mean, realistically, we really want to look for a few unpainted components. I don't think we've got any. We might just have to just wrap that over. I think we've just got double-sided components to go next. Yeah, let's just do that, Sean, because we can't get to them. They're buried. So when we've got this too long, we just simply just fold this one in half. Although, like I said, we didn't need to put that on now. We can't get to any of the single-sided components. Now we're just going to go for a double, and we just continue to wrap sheets in between this technique. 1 big sheet goes here, and we fold that once or twice, depending on how wide the components are. And then this gets fed through, just to finish off that little square so we're not using a full sheet here. So this is a double-sided component. It's a shelf. As you can see, we've got little notches there. It's 25mm thick, so just be aware that you do each level or each layer the same thickness. By the way, as you can see, we've got all our tools here. I mean, we generally don't leave this here overnight if it's empty, but when we've got this completely stacked, no one's even going to be able to get to these tools. They're going to have to remove the whole stack to get to all of these, because they all stack together. But this is everything that we're going to need. It's nice and neat and tidy. It takes hardly any space whatsoever. It just takes 400 deep. So forget all that racking. That's such a waste of space. Well done, Sean. He's got another component there. Sometimes you do waste a little bit here and there, but you just got to make do with whatever components that you've got. So yeah, we've got everything that we're going to need. Hoover, level, track saw, track, 3 Keta benches that fold out. We've got clamps, saws, spare screws up the top of the beam here, and up the top we have a whole load of packers and dust sheets. So that is a great little storage spot. Up here where that little slot is here, we've got another bar that goes in, so we've got 3 of these bars. One goes there and one goes there, so that creates a platform. See, this is how we stack them in the workshop spray room. Although this paint is perfectly fine to stack over long periods of time against each other, we don't risk it. We just put a yellow cloth in between, so we just do a little fold like so, and then we put the next one on, and we push it over, fold it, so on, as you can see, like that. And we also put a cloth on the floor. So again, you don't have to with this paint that we use. Oh, by the way, if you want to know, this is what we use. We use the 1K paint from Amicus. It's Corvinite, so I'll leave a link and also a code for 5% discount off of the product. So it's a 1K top coat, 1K primer, and it's really, really tough and durable. So that is what we use. So yeah, this one is a pretty big job. We've got this whole stack. We've got this whole stack of full-size doors. We've got all these pull-out shoe shelves. And we've got a few pieces here. We've got drawer cheeks. And then we've got these drawers, and then we've got 4 big backings. So there's a lot to do. It's going to take us about 2 hours to get this done. Guys, so we're getting close right to the end. We are just stacking drawers, and then we've got a few other bits and pieces. Sean is putting shoe drawers or shoe shelves on the top. All we need to do here is just place 1 layer in between. We're not putting a layer here because it's MDF to MDF. We're not really worried about that. But just wherever there's paint to paint, we are going to get those beams up at the top soon, so the backings will go up the top and the trims. But I did say there was 2 things I wanted to let you know. So firstly, when your door is closed, I don't know how long your van is, just make sure that any of the longest components that you've got, just make sure that they are at the bottom. I don't know about your van, but our seats over there, you can see it tapers in quite a lot by about 200mm. So it makes the length of the pieces that you can get in shorter and shorter the higher you get. So be careful. We had 2.3 meter doors, and we just remember just in the nick of time just to get them around that point there. If we went any higher, we wouldn't have been able to get them in. As you can see here, we're just about 10mm away from the doors. And the other tip is, so these sheets have got stitching on, okay? So as you can see, they are going this way. The stitching is going that way vertically. So that is the longest part of the sheet. They are 2 meters that way, but only 1.8 meters the other way. Because we are using the small cut down sheets on the end, we don't need them to be wide this way. We'd rather the length, so we can get 3 or 4 folds. If you have them this way, you should get up to 3 folds and 3 stacks or 3 layers with this method if you have the stitching going this way. And then these will simply do 4 or 5 passes also, just folding backwards and forwards. So there we go. They are your 2 tips, all done. We've got timber on the roof. Okay, so they get strapped up there. They're the bearers. Drawers, all the flat pieces, and then the gap that we have, that's just for leftover pieces, like a bucket of odds and sods that we always keep. Chop saw, packers. We had to move the packers because we had the backings up here. As you can see, we've got a load of backings and the trims. They needed the full length, so we couldn't put the packers at the top in the bulkhead. But yeah, we do really love this system. It's quick, it's easy, there's no wasted paper. It's reuse these over and over again. And also with the trend system that we've got here, the trend towers, all our tools are just in one place, don't take up a lot of space. We've got the hoses, the benches, the hoover, every tool that we're going to need are in those 2 trend towers at the back. So we just unload this, unload the trend towers, and away we go, everything to hand. So I hope you have enjoyed the video, guys. If you have, like and subscribe, make sure that you do. And to help the YouTube algorithm, make sure you leave a comment also. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Ciao for now.